everybody, my name is Kitty Mary and today I'm going to share with you 10 things that I no longer buy Christmas, winter, holiday edition. I am in my cozy sweatpants and I didn't actually think I was making a video today, but then I thought this could be a really cool idea, really wanted to do it right now, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm just here with my cup of tea and the vibe is good. Okay. I have previously made things I don't buy anymore videos, bathroom, bedroom and kitchen edition. I also think just overall zero waste living, new lifestyle edition. Let me know down below what you stopped buying during the holidays and why. Okay, let's get into it. The first thing I don't buy anymore because of sustainable living, because of low impact, zero waste living, is spray snow. I don't think me and my family has ever bought it ourselves, but I have used it plenty of times in school, for parties, etc., where you sort of just spray windows with a little snowy edge on the inside, or where you spray your Christmas tree to make it look like it was just outside in the snow. Could I have researched this video a little bit better? Perhaps, because then I would be able to tell you what's in that fake snow. I didn't do that. The main reason why I don't buy it anymore is because I buy nothing in spray cans because they're really hard to recycle, and for the most part I don't need things that come in spray cans at this point. So, but now I'm honestly really curious as to what is in this fake snow. One second. Okay, so from what I can see, spray snow is usually made of a polymer that's based on sodium salt. So it's non-toxic, it is safe, I wouldn't eat it ever, and it definitely seems like the primary impact comes from the packaging. Anyway, I won't be buying it. The next thing I don't buy might be a little bit no, it's actually not controversial. I don't know what I'm talking about, but it's because I have talked about many times how I like decor that's edible and how I've baked cookies for the tree, and then on Christmas Day we can sort of snack on things that is on the tree. It's also an old Danish tradition. I don't even think it's only Danish, but traditionally and in old-timey times, quote me on that, old-timey times, you would put things on the tree that you could eat, which I think is really cool and something that I've adapted and I've done over the past few years. But a thing that I don't buy / make is gingerbread houses, because I never ever eat them, because you spend all of this time and energy and honestly also resources, candy, sugar, etc., making these gingerbread houses, and then they are beautifully decorated and you want to look at them for a long time, so you just let them stand out there and they become super stale and gross and you end up throwing them away. That is at least something that I've experienced quite a few times. So I stopped making them / buying them. And already December is the month of the year where we generate the most food waste. We waste so much food on Christmas parties and dinners and celebrations and decor, etc. We waste so much food, and I don't think I need to add to that at all. So instead of making gingerbread houses, because it's also just a really big item, I like to make smaller cookies and make holes in them and put them on strings and put them on my tree, or leave them out as decoration because they're smaller, so they're easier to eat and they'll be eaten faster. That's at least what I've experienced. Third holiday item I don't buy anymore, thanks to sustainable zero waste living, is candles, and specifically paraffin candles. They are made with petroleum-based byproducts, so they are connected to the petroleum oil plastic industry. They are also not very healthy to have indoors because of the smokes and the fumes. I don't necessarily like that. Not that I care a whole lot about the things that I eat and ingest and etc., but just normal candles, conventional candles, I'm not that down with. I haven't bought in years. If I have a candle, it's going to be a wax candle, preferably a soy wax candle. But overall, I don't do a whole lot in candles. I really like it and I think it's really cozy, but I've sort of stepped away from over-consuming candles. Instead, I have a string of fairy lights that I bought secondhand. It fits my lifestyle a little bit better and I like how that feels. Also, I'm terribly scared of fire, and if something's gonna catch on fire, no, we cannot. But mostly the sustainability thing, okay. And the string of fairy lights that I have are LEDs, so they don't use a lot of power. Anyway, that's sort of my thing. And the candles that I do have are soy wax. Number 4 is purposefully ugly Christmas jumpers. The thing is, over these past, I don't know when this came about, but like 10 years, it became a huge like gimmick to buy ugly Christmas attire and wear that. And don't get me wrong, I love me some clothes that's so ugly that it's cute or that it's pretty. I love that. But the shirts and the jumpers and the accessories that are made to be purposefully ugly during the Christmas season are just awful fast fashion. I would never. If you really want a really ugly, authentically ugly Christmas jumper, I would suggest going vintage. I don't have any Christmas attire or like Christmas clothing. I prefer to have something I can wear all year around instead. So for Christmas I have like a red dress, have like a green jumper, stuff like that I really like. Jens has a little bit of a different approach, so he has tons of accessories that are Christmas themed. He's made his own Christmas suit. But that's also way more sustainable than buying like a fast fashion suit that's funny because it's Christmas themed, etc. And buying these things secondhand, getting these things from others, buying them pre-loved, etc. is completely fine. Personally, I don't want to take up too much space of my wardrobe with something that I don't wear all year long, and I don't want to buy it from new. This is sort of in the same lane, but number 5 is just like gimmicky gifts. Funny, not meant to be serious gifts, because you can do like funny, not meant to be serious gifts and then give them something from secondhand shops or something that's functional, overly functional, I don't know. But a lot of gifts are like hate gifts and like gimmicky gifts are just really shitty quality plastic stuff that's not really funny, or that's funny the second you unwrap it and then you see what it is. You go like, haha, you gave me this, you jerk. And then you put it in a drawer somewhere and then that's basically it. I'm not down with that whatsoever. That is just, you know, like peak winter holiday consumption, buying something that's not meant to be used, liked, or taken seriously. I'm not down with that. And if I find something like really ugly, for instance, if I find an authentically ugly Christmas jumper in a thrift store, it wouldn't be unlikely that I would give that to someone who I knew would like it. But overall, I have this thing, call me quirky, I don't know, but I only give people gifts that I know that they will like or that they can use. I know. Number 6 is gift wrapping paper and ribbons. I haven't bought this stuff in years. I do, however, use it. I wrap my gifts in a combination of cloth napkins and bags and tote bags and scarves and table covers, and also paper that I reuse year after year. So I haven't bought any paper or ribbons, anything like that in ages, but every time I get a gift I save the wrapping. I unwrap it really neatly. This is something that's not like, it's not like a new thing or a new movement. I've seen my grandmothers do this for ages and ages, ever since I was small. And I like that, so I have a bag in the basement filled with wrapping paper that I can just take out and reuse year after year. And if I am giving someone else a gift, I will say that if they don't want the wrapping paper, I would gladly take it back and reuse it. But if they want to reuse it, they're free to have it. I also like to wrap gifts in tablecloths or like textiles that you can use in your everyday life. So you not only get a gift, but you also get a functional item that your gift was wrapped in. And with this mentality, I don't ever have to buy new wrapping paper, a new ribbon or string or anything of the sort. I can just reuse the same things over and over again. So frugal, I know. Okay, number 7 is not only Christmas, but more like the entirety of like the winter period, New Year's, etc. But everything that goes boom, I don't buy. Everything from like table bombs to gimmicky things that goes boom to fireworks. I don't buy any of it. I haven't for ages. There's many reasons for this. The like first and most striking, I guess, is waste. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of waste related to anything that goes boom. When you have like a table bomb, the trash is, you know, concentrated in a rather small area, but just lighting up fireworks, you're just littering everywhere. Like there's no oversight or control, and there's usually not even a system in place to make sure this stuff is cleaned properly up again. So you will be able to find stuff from New Year's months and months and months into spring. I am not down with it. There's also the notion that fireworks and anything that goes boom scares people with PTSD and trauma and anxiety. It scares pets and wildlife. And I say recently, and what I actually mean is last year, but never mind, made an Instagram post about sort of the impact of fireworks that I will leave down below if anyone wants to check that out. It wasn't really enough for like a whole video because my take is fireworks bad. But if you want to have some more like stats and facts, I will leave that post down below if you want to check it out. Overall, if you have anything you can take away from this, it's boom bad. Next type of item that I don't buy thanks to zero waste sustainable living is trendy Christmas decor or holiday decor in general. Things that aren't universally applicable or things that aren't versatile year after year, but like more year specific things. I don't buy anything I can't use for a long period of time. And I see so much content right now about people who buy and rebuy Christmas decor every single year. And honestly, I don't know how these people have the time and energy to do that, because that seems like a lot of work, first of all, but it's also a lot of resources that is unnecessary. And we can deconstruct this even further and go, well, all types of decor is inherently unnecessary. But from the way I present myself, it's pretty safe to assume that I don't necessarily agree with. Of course, it is unnecessary, but you don't only have to do that are vital to your survival, because that's not necessarily how humans thrive. But there are ways of doing things, and going out into a store and buying new holiday decor every single year is simply not the way to go down. I don't think so. No, thank you. Instead, if you're looking for new Christmas decor, secondhand options. The thrift shops are overflowing with Christmas decor and vintage decor. I think it is beautiful and amazing. What I don't think is amazing is buying a lot of things that is only specific or usable for 1 year. No, thank you. Number 9 is musical electrical decor items. This is another decor thing, but overall I like to be able to repair or repurpose my things, and a lot of electrical or musical decor, if it breaks, I have no idea how to fix it. It's also incredibly difficult to recycle because these items are made of tons of different materials and parts that might not be possible to separate, and thus it won't be possible to recycle it. There are of course options where just because it doesn't play music anymore doesn't mean that it's not pretty to look at, and that's completely fine. But overall I like to keep my decor very simple. I have a couple of items that I've gotten in thrift shops, and then I use natural decor, greenery, fruits, cakes, cookies, etc. like that instead. Have tons of pine cones that I've picked up while I was on hikes. Stuff like that I like way more, and that is also an aesthetic choice for me, personal choice for me, but it also works really well with my sustainable lifestyle. That is not to say that if you like things to look another way, that you can't do that sustainably as well. Sustainability is not an aesthetic, and I think I've said this many times, but it's a method with which you obtain goods and products and services. So if you go to a thrift store, or if you get something from some people in your family, or if you swap things with friends, that is also sustainable. Repurposing, reusing, getting pre-loved is also sustainable no matter what it looks like, but this is what works for me. And number 10, I don't think this comes as a huge shock to anyone at this point, but the last thing that I don't buy or use anymore because of my sustainable lifestyle is Christmas meats. Because, and I don't know, this is different for every culture and every country obviously, but in Denmark we usually all year round eat a lot of meat, but especially during the holidays, oh my goodness, you have no idea. It is everything. There's not a vegetable in sight at a Danish holiday feast. Not a vegetable in sight. I mean, maybe some pickled red cabbage, which I'm down with. It's like so good. But I went vegan, I think 4 or 5 years ago at this point. I can't remember, I lost track, I should have written it down, I didn't. I don't miss the meat. I have experimented with different types of alternatives that I now do instead. And I've also left some recipes down below if you want to check out some of my vegan, plant-based, sustainable Christmas holiday recipes. That was just a really long explanation. And I just wanted to say that the first year I made this beet Wellington that I make instead of the roast, my dad, who's not a vegan at all, said that it was better than the roast. And that's all you need to know, honestly. Okay, if you want to know more about how our Christmas goes down, I have tons of vlogs if you want to see the food that we eat and what we do together, and just I have several videos about that. Go and check that out. And those were my 10 things I don't buy anymore thanks to sustainable zero waste living. Let me know if there anything that you stopped buying and why you stopped buying it, and let me know what the next point on your agenda is. Like, what do you want to phase out next? That would be really interesting to hear. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day and take really good care of yourselves until next time. And Merry Christmas. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and also a special thank you to my Patreon supporters. You guys help me create green zero waste content and I love you guys. You can find the links to my social media accounts down below and the link to my Patreon on this screen. Bye!
By the way, there isn't anything in this cup anymore. Like, I finished my tea a long time ago. I just really like the way it looked. Everything is fake.